Okay, so I am now on Next.js, nextjs.org, an official website for Next.js on the page installation. So I'm going to install Next.js. The system requirements is Node 18.18 or later, and it can be installed in macOS, Windows, including WSL, Linux are supported. So to start, I have to run npx create -next -app at latest to get started. So I am now on my terminal, and let's go to inside WSL. Alright, then go to var www next example. So in this directory, this is the path that I'm going to put my Next.js project. So let's move this on the other side and move this on the other side. And then we'll have to run npx create next app at latest. So upon entering that command, it will ask you questions to begin. So what is your app name? So our app name should be my oat tutorial. Using TypeScript, yes, and tailwind, source directory, router. Basically what I'm doing here is default. Okay, so while the Next.js is still running for installation, let's prepare to install shadcn. So let's go to get started, and on the installation choose Next.js. In the create project, this is the step, and let's initiate it with npm init. Alright, so now it's completed. If we get status dot cd my nothing to commit, let's run npx shadcn at latest init. What is D? For defaults, I in New York, and yes for CSS variables. Defaults, let's try that. npm init npx New York. Default. Neutral, neutral. It looks like you are using React 19. Some packages may fail to install due to peer dependency issues in npm. So pnpm instead. Let's try pnpm. Can we install pnpm shadcn create project? But I was curious, can we install this using I think it's fine. Okay, let's move this to a new branch. Get branch dash get checkout dash b branch 2, and then get add get commit installed shadcn using npm. Right, so get checkout, get branch bv. So get checkout main. Okay, get status. Sorry, wrong. Okay, now let's try installing shadcn using pnpm. I think that will be fine. pnpm, this one. I don't have pnpm. Before we install this one, let's install pnpm first. PowerShell, curl, POSIX, using npm. Okay, let's use npm. Alright, and let's try to install this using pnpm, dlx shadcn latest init. I should put the neutral. Yes, it's likely the same. So now if we run that, oops, there's an issue with my current installation. I am on the my auth tutorial, so there is sorry, I was thinking I did run again this one. Alright, so if we inspect this package JSON with nano package.json, this is the script we're going to run. Let's try if it will do that. npm run dev. Okay, so using pnpm run dev, you can now visit this one in our browser control. This is just a warning. Please use a user land alternative instead. Use node trace deprecation to show where the warning was created. In this video, we successfully installed Next.js, add a package shadcn for our components usage. So to get an overview of shadcn, it is a component library where you can copy and paste into your apps. And we head to installation, we use Next.js, and then after that we can use available component like alert. This one we can use this, copy installation, run alert card. Now I have this issue. There is a warning here, panic code, but I believe it is one of the package that caused this issue. There is a suggestion here, node trace deprecation. I already ran pnpm dev, so if doing that, how can this be applied? pnpm trace deprecation. So I asked Gemini, and to be able to use this, should run directly the server.js. Is there a server.js? And I don't know, where is the main file of Next.js? Within your pnpm script, dev node, tells Node.js to provide a stack trace whenever a deprecated feature is used. The stack trace shows you the exact sequence of function calls that led to the use of deprecated features, making it easier to identify the source of the warning. But I think it is the package that caused the warning. So to wrap up this video, we install Next.js and then install shadcn, and we successfully run the running website on our local, with the exception of this one error, hydration. I'm going to try to break down or understand what these errors mean so that we can have a deeper understanding of the errors that we encountered when we start a project. It is important for us as a programmer to understand what's going on, and in that way I believe it's easy for us to find the solution if we understand the problem. So stay tuned and see you on the next episode of this video.